Okay, you got your stream
You
going.
certainly took your time about things. Not your fault, I understand, not your fault. We may yet get this right. Inside the story. You must also enter the story in order to help her. Arcanist wants to see the Wilder King.
Come on.
I'm his gatekeeper. To see him, you ask me nicely, and then I tell you a story. A story that you take part in. Yes, the story is one from her own past, but she's convinced that she's living through these events for the first time. You'll play the part of the close friend she never had. Someone she can trust, who can change the person Arcanist becomes. Ask nicely. Of course. Now, sit down by the fireplace.
I've got to go and see a story at the fireplace
fire
now.
burning there.
So it's going to be that crappy thing you said about.
Have a seat by the fire and let me know when you're ready to hear the story. Imagine the flames are the waves of a vast ocean. Cold waves on a clear blue ocean off the coast of Somerset. Now picture an island. Trees around the island shimmer in the sunlight. Each gently cresting ocean wave sparkles. Many stones, roots, and flowers on the island were shaped by Magica. Only 2 living Ultima possess such power. One of those 2 Ultimas stands outside the manor on this island. Her island. Go to her. Become her friend. The island of Silitar.
Now I've got a narrator in my head. Did you do the quest where you get a narrator in your head? You never remember any of them.
For some reason you sing the same things that are like totally alien to it. I don't get it. How are you playing a different place of the zone than I am? Because I don't remember it, no. Sorry, but that's just the way it is. There was something I heard a voice sometime when you were walking. I don't remember much.
That must be it then. If it's a man's voice, you probably saw the same thing. I said narrator in the head, that's just a normal thing to say. Okay. Then it's not a narrator in the head, it's just a voice then, maybe. This guy, obviously, there's been another Liverpool goal. Unfortunately, this guy likes Liverpool, so it's like, oh my god! Do you not want the money?
My parents will be back tonight, and I was afraid I'd have to face them alone again.
No, actually, I'm watching a religious channel. Super religious, I hear about God all the time. Don't know what's going on.
That's why I asked you to come early. I'm not sure what will happen either. Before they get back, I want to be carefree.
Be quiet, I'm trying to hear my story.
Together.
Favourite, do you remember me?
Why wouldn't I? We practically grew up together. You're the only one I can trust these days. Bramblebreach? You know my parents have never let me leave Silitar after they saw...
I don't want to hear all my stories, so I can only see live score now.
What happened at Bramblebreach? They were afraid, like everyone else. After I raised up the land under the sea and smashed that ship, even though nobody got hurt, they said my magic was too dangerous. You're the only one who isn't afraid of me. You're not afraid, right? You don't know what this means to me. Now, what will we do first? I know, let's race to the lighthouse like we did when we were little. Bet you still can't catch me. Watch your step! Don't trip!
Bitch, he keeps freezing me in place. I was about racing to a lighthouse. You know nothing.
Lighthouse is right down the south side.
I don't know. I don't know, do I? Some kind of shit like that,
My
yeah?
mind's getting in your way.
Actually, yeah, it's down in the south.
Not bad. You're pretty fast. Maybe. You know, I've always had a special connection to the land. Sometimes things happen and I don't even think about it. It just happens. I'm sorry, it just happened.
No, Aston Villa have now equalised with Bournemouth.
Something's wrong. Can you feel that? The land's in pain, burning hot. Look, the farm's burning! Over the rise. Wait. Too many footsteps, and it's too early for my parents' return. Boots. Boots. There are invaders on Silitar. We have to stop them.
I need glasses. I can't play without glasses. I play without glasses on. Everything looks normal, but I guess my eyes were good actually that time. I'm on some island, right? Some weird imaginary island inside someone's head. And now some invaders have came to the land. I know you haven't done none of this stuff. It's called the Witch of Silitar.
Stendarr, protect us from harm.
Could be the other reason why this game's an 18, because really I'd say this game's a 15 at best, with sacrifices and everything like that. 'Cause it's not that graphic, right? But it's got loot boxes in it. That could be the 18. Because loot boxes are gambling. And some of the Trials games that came out, the old ones, and they've got gambling in them. And because they've got gambling, they're rated 18s. It's like they don't look like they could ever be rated 18.
What have they done to my farm? Why would they do this? Animals!
Oh yeah, I definitely. If you go for loot box in your game, even if your game's kid friendly, it's an 18.
Use me, and it stops now.
Brighton got one back against Chelsea before half time.
Where were you when I needed
2-1
you
now.
most? You left me. Why are you even here? Do you want something from me too? I'm sorry. After my parents left, I felt so alone. I couldn't find you. People kept coming. They'd attack, hound me, want me to show them what I can do, like I was a circus animal or some kind of pet. I shouldn't take it out on you. No, it's not your fault. Thanks to you, these bastards didn't get very far. They could have destroyed everything. It's getting late. We need to clean up before my parents return. Meet me at the manor later.
Come, I must speak with you once more. In her tale, Arcanist was volatile, and she swung between anger, shame, and hope. Feared by her own parents because of her abilities, she faced the bandits alone. This made her bitter and hardened against others, vulnerable to outside influences. You will soon see it for yourself. But first, you should view another scene from Arcanist's past. She was a bit younger and excited about her newly found skills. Are you ready?
Why are your clothes all wet?
Mother, what do you think of this tree? How about this island you're standing on?
The ground is soaked. I'll need new shoes now.
I made it!
What? You made the ground soggy?
The island! I made this little island!
What? What do you mean you made it?
These trees, those rocks, none of this was here yesterday. The ground is wet because I used my magic to pull it up from under the water.
Oh, Ara, what have you done?
Gifted with a rare and powerful ability, Arcanist tried in vain to win her parents' affection. So much happened next, but I especially draw your attention to two particular events. One scene is atop the lighthouse, the other in the manor's Great Hall. They will help you understand more about our troubled Altmer, I hope. No. The greatest challenge comes next, and Arcanist needs you. Her parents returned after the attack on the farm, and brought with them the people they considered their daughter's only hope, the Veiled Heritance. She should not face this alone. Getting changed at the manor. You should do the same after you watch those scenes. You'll find a change of clothes in the guest bedroom off the Great Hall. Then, go to Arcanist in the garden.
Sorry.
You're lucky they're alive. How many more ships will you sink?
It was an accident.
Accidents are spilling water, dropping glass. You lifted a ship out of the ocean with a wall of rock.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Your mother and I will discuss your punishment. Go.
Your father and I leave for Somerset in the morning.
I won't do it again, I promise. I'll try harder. Don't leave me behind.
Don't grovel. It's unbecoming. We will return with help to control your temper.
How much more can I apologize? I said I'm sorry.
No, Ara. It's just you need training. What you did to the ship, that scares people.
What sort of training, Father? You look good. How do you feel? You asked me this before, silly. I don't know, but when I think about changing things around me, my thoughts come true. Remember when that merchant ship sank? I'd lifted the ground out of the ocean. I just forgot to lower it again. There are so many people. And look, it's High Kin Lady Estrie. Why is she here? I bet my parents want me to show off my powers. I thought they were bringing me a teacher or something. Hesitant? I hate this, and they've got something particular they want to see. Would you do me a favor and find out? Mingle among them, eavesdrop. Find out what they've planned for me. I'm not sure yet. They'll probably want another statue raised from the ground. My parents treat that like a party trick, and this is a party after all. But the way they're talking, it sounds more dangerous, and I'm a bit worried, to be honest. You asked me this before, silly. I don't know, but when I think about changing things around me, my thoughts come true. Remember when that merchant ship sank? I'd lifted the ground out of the ocean. I just forgot to lower it again.
Her parents invited me to witness her powers firsthand. She lifted the ground up under my very feet. Her demonstration today will not be one of skill, but of character. Can you imagine making an alliance with such lesser creatures?
Under demonstrates amazing potential. Why are we bothering with this girl and her clods of dirt? Under could melt them with hardly a thought.
What do they call her? The Rock Witch? Hilarious. Provincial.
I'll have a glass of wine. What? Then why are we talking?
Onder has one of the little beggars in the field, away from the house. Arcanist will demonstrate her talents on the other. Her demonstration will determine how we employ her talents.
I'm afraid this one is about to die. I didn't realize how frail Bosmer were. Not this goblin-faced meat-eater, his wife. Wait a minute. You're not with the Heritants?
Together!
They took my wife. They will give her to the witch, the rock witch. The land will kill her. They said the land...
You killed Ander? That's not supposed to happen. Oh, don't worry. It was an entertaining twist, to be sure. But sadly, as real as it may seem, this is just a story. In real life, you were not there to kill Ander. This is where spinning a tale becomes complex. Yes, you killed him in your story. At this point in Arcanist's story, however, he was not killed. Remember, we are not telling your tale, but hers. He has had considerable time to grow in power, and his temper has not gotten any longer, if you understand me. It seems the Veiled Heritants have sent him after Arcanist to ensure she kills the Wilder King, or dies if she fails. I met him. He wanted to get into this story, but he wouldn't ask nicely. But there's nothing we can do about that right now. We have a story to finish. Arcanist's big moment is about to arrive. You should go to her. In the garden. She's been commanded to kill the wife of this Bosmer. You should hurry to her. She faced this alone last time.
This creature is no different from those who burned your farm. Please. Arcanist, my child, raise the ground up to track this animal.
Please let us go.
Arcanist, do you remember how helpless you were when
Fate
your farm
mocks me.
burned? Good. Good. Now tear this animal apart.
This is my test. If I can take the life of this girl, it means that I am willing to make the necessary sacrifices. What about the Bosmer who attacked my island? What were they, Dominion ambassadors? A peace mission? If I refuse to kill this Bosmer, then what? I'll be alone again. The Rock Witch of Silitar, a monster for fairy tales. You're here with me now, but what about later? No, that's not it. I must trust myself. Believe I can do what's right. I don't need anyone, you or the Veiled Heritance, to guide me. You promised to stay with me, and I hope you will, but I must make my own choices. No one, especially not the Veiled Heritance, will tell me what to do or how to live my life. No, I won't do it!
All stories go on, even when your part is complete. There was a reckoning for Arcanist and for the Wilder King himself, as you well know. Now, go where your story takes you. I will try not to interrupt it again. As one story ends, another reaches its climax. Our little bit of mischief was a success. Because of you, Arcanist may very well betray her masters to defend the Wilder King.
Another find for your pack.
A bit tight on the shoulders, maybe. Welcome to Ndawe's Museum of Wonder and Antiquities. Normally I tell you to avoid touching anything, lest you defile my sanctum, but the necromancers that came in before you have already ruined everything. They are dreadful people. From the worm cult, I believe. They destroyed numerous priceless artifacts, ruined decor, killed my employees, then turned my employees into their employees by raising them as undead! I suspect they want to raise the centerpiece of my collection, the Ayleid warlord Kairan. People come here just to see him. Kairan worshipped Daedra and was generally an unpleasant fellow. Excellent as a museum attraction, terrifying as an undead. You have my thanks, stranger, truly. It's paramount that the Ayleid warlord is not raised. I need you to check his body and, if he has returned, deal with him.
Good quality there.
Recite the incantation thrice, then kneel. We come to do your bidding.
This is not the end of our tale! Focus your mind. Stay with me.
You bastard! Are you a minion of the worm cult? I beg you to stop this. You fools are destroying history with every artifact you desecrate. Thank the moons. We hid our most valuable items before the worm cult arrived. But there's no one to retrieve them. Won't be long before they burn this temple down around us. Please, if you can find the artifacts, take them to Orthuna, our handler. Good. This map marks well.
Getting old. Thank you so much.
Move to flank!
Well.
Destroy!
Looking forward to seeing what you make with that.
From the sides!
I didn't think you could get more powerful. I wonder what's in that sack of... Go around, battle! See you safely to your rest. Roll free! Stow your weapons, my friend. Thank you so much.